Hello. Test? Testing? Test successful? Alright, mission accomplished. I think I can call the stream now. Oh my gosh. Hi. Holy shit. Oh my god. Kyoto... Koyo Tesalsa. Holy shit, thank you. I haven't done anything yet. Hi everyone. It's nice to see you. Increase the volume a bit, as in the volume of the music or my voice? Am I too quiet? My voice? Okay. Voice, alright. Ba 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 ba. Da ba ba ga ba ba do ba dee. Hee ha hoo hoo. Hi. Voice? Alright, I'm bumping it all the way up. Audio's good? Perfect? Okay. Maybe it's too loud now. It's in the yellow right now. Hi. Wrath Games, hi! The man what crazy enough to solo Final Fantasy is here. Now we can have fun. Maybe I should put the chat in slow mode. There's a lot of you. I'm gonna put it in slow mode. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Thank you for all the kind donations and stuff. I have notifications off because I'm figuring things out right now, but thank you. Also, I'll put them back on once I get through some stuff that I want to talk about first, though, but thank you so much. Let's see, slow mode. I'll put slow mode 30 seconds. There we go. Translefs. Are you looking forward to Monster Hunter Wilds? Yes, I am. We missed you. I missed you guys too. I missed streaming and I missed doing content. What about trans forward and back and then forward and back and then forward and back? How's the Warhammer? Good. I'll go over all of that in a bit. Just giving people a bit more time to funnel in, I guess. Hold on, I should go to my dashboard. That'll be helpful. Where's my dashboard? Creator dashboard, there we go. Viking Blonde, hi Will! Thanks for joining, thanks for stopping by. There we go. Now I can see everything. I can see the Matrix. Can I get 3 trans lefts? A number 9? Oh my gosh, thank you, Anonymous. Holy shit. Okay, we'll give it like, I don't know, 2 more minutes. But it's nice to see you guys again. And thank you so much for all the support already. I haven't done anything. I feel like I haven't really done much to deserve this yet, but thank you nonetheless. Trans barrel roll sounds delicious. It's like an egg roll, but like, or a sushi roll. But it's like a sweet and sour. Ooh. Chelicera Bug, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. An egg roll, yeah, get it? That was totally on purpose. I totally meant to say that. Thank you. A lot of first-time chatters as well. Welcome, everybody. It's Rival. Hi, Rival. I see you there. I perceive you. That's okay if you can't talk. If you are new here but you normally lurk, then that's fine too. I don't need anybody to feel pressured to do or say anything that they don't want to. Inkwitch, I see you there. I saw you fly by. I'm trying to catch as many people that I recognize as I can. The train has no brakes. Yes. Hello. Hi. I lurk no more. I have evolved. Oh, Draconian. Holy shit, thank you. Thank you, Draconian, for the 10 gifted. I would like to read off all of the subs, but there's a lot passing by. I hope it's okay. Yeah, me and Echo are doing okay, don't worry. Has it been a year? Almost. It's been 7 months. Oh my gosh, Rival! Thank you, Rival. And Silverword, thank you. Silver Sword, sorry. You know, what's funny is I was considering making a return last month, but then that would have been 6 months, and people would have posted that really stupid freaking Venom meme. 6 months? How many? How many months? I don't know why that meme is so funny to me. Is that you? It is me, Joe. I'm me, Joe. I am Joe. I can't be aging like this. I know. We're all aging. The march of time. But no, it's been 7, almost 8 months now. And I think I needed it. I feel a lot better. And I think that's enough time. I do appreciate all the kindness, and I do want to get to the fun stuff, and I want to do nothing but fun stuff, but before we do, there are a few things that I do want to say, just to put one final little cap on all of this, you know, and just something that I want to get off my chest. And I really apologize, because I want to just entertain. I want to just be an escape, but I don't know. Sometimes I want to be a person. So, firstly, this dumb rumor that my own audience harassed me for the I Like Girls video is false. I don't know where that came from. My streams, my following, my mutuals, always I received strong support. And if you look at the comments and replies to the tweet that I attached it to, or the video, like the first few ones, it was unanimous support. Unanimously positive from all of my audience and many content creator friends and peers. The rumor, if I had to guess, probably stems from a dumb attempt to suggest that what happened was comeuppance for supporting gay people. And I find that a pretty silly conclusion to come to. The LGBT people in my audience have always been nothing but kind and supportive and understanding of me. I've never felt uncomfortable or hounded by anyone in my audience. Second, I want to say I was purposefully vague when I mentioned what happened. I didn't provide details about the doxing to avoid confirming the address by giving away details of the packages sent or when they were sent, which could give, you know, the people who, you know, the stalkers confirmation. So while I use the term doxing attempt, you know, it's for my own safety, you know. The good news is I've reported everything to the authorities, and without sharing specifics and without going into too much detail, I'm safe, my family's safe, there's nothing to worry about anymore. So I'm good, we're good. I also want to say, I don't think what I experienced was heterophobia or anything like that. I feel, because if you look at why people were so hateful, it wasn't because I was straight, it was because I did it in a gay way. The insults, the mockery, they were attacking the fact that I was not traditionally masculine. They attacked that I drew myself with a bow in my hair, with cat ears, with softer features. They were attacking things that were considered feminine and womanly, or associated with being quote-unquote gay. And we already have terms for that kind of behavior. But the one thing that I wanted to say was one of the major reasons that I wanted to take a break was something that I didn't expect, which was during the time in December when probably the biggest hate wave happened, was the unexpected mockery from big content creators and people that I had followed, which was very hurtful. I didn't want to delve into it before to avoid any witch hunts, and I still don't. Please don't go looking for fights. Please don't look for any fights. I want this to be over. I just want to say my piece. Please focus on doing something productive with your time. But, you know, dealing with hate is one thing, but when it comes from people you look up to, it really sucks. It sucks to see respected creators jump into the mockery and see, like, person you watch and like and look up to liked this tweet that is taking a dump on you. And, you know, while my break was initially for physical safety, you know, that kind of hurt emotionally. One comment was kind of stung, came from someone in a D&D live play that I enjoyed, which really sucked to hear from someone who I listened to them play tabletop. And these individuals, they weren't really attention seekers. They were well regarded and seemingly decent people, and probably still are. I still consider them decent people at heart. We're all human. None of us are perfect. And sometimes we just give in to urges, you know, like the internet does things to us sometimes. And so I reached out to some of them to understand if I had made a mistake. They're all well-meaning people. And so I've watched their content and streams and how they are. There must be a reason for all of this. I know mockery is often just dressed up criticism. So I reached out to many of them asking, hey, did I do something wrong? And a few of them apologized. All of them said that there was nothing that I did wrong. So it just, that kind of felt bad, that it just all seemed kind of pointless. Most of them didn't respond, which is fine, you know. But it hurt that there was no lesson to be learned from this, just only feeling shame for self-expression, or at least how they like to perceive it, performative virtue signaling, or porn addiction, or self-flattery, or any other random reasons that conclusions that they came to. I don't know. And I guess what I want you guys to take away from all of this is keep in mind that these are people on the internet. The comments under videos or in streams, the content creators who watch, me included, they're all strangers. We don't know them, not really. Before you know, jump to conclusions about what you believe a person thinks, or their ideals, or the reasons behind they do something, know that these are strangers. And that goes for me too. That goes for me at you guys. I don't know you, you don't know me, you know, and what we post online is only what we allow to be posted online. It's only what we want people to see. And it's frustrating that to see so many well-meaning people who I perceived as well-meaning decided that they knew who I was so suddenly from a handful of posts online, and that the person that they perceived must deserve this ridicule. And it was disappointing to see. But please don't go looking for them. I just wanted to say my piece. There's a reason why I didn't want to name names. But on the flip side, I was also very grateful, because from the experience, I got to see who did have my back, and what creators and people with platforms were willing to go to bat for me. And to them, I am so sorry that you felt the need to get in that fight. I did not mean to cause so much trouble, and the fact that you stuck your neck out for me means so much, and I'll never forget it. And I'm so sorry for causing that trouble. But now I am grateful because I see who's got my back, and it meant a lot that they stood up for me. I'm also very grateful for the friends and family who stuck with me outside of internet content as well. Because without them, I couldn't imagine how much more isolating it would have felt. At the time, it felt like the whole world, decided to kick the weird kid together. And that really sucks when your job is reliant on being online. Which was another big reason I had to step away. But I'm feeling better now. I know I'm getting very emotional, but I promise I'm much better. It's just recalling it is hard. Yeah. And yeah, the solution really to that sort of stuff is to walk away. I agree. But I also believe at the same time that there is personal responsibility to not being a jerk too, a crowd is only made up of individuals. So I feel as though if there's anything that I could ask you to do for me today, it's to just remember that you can control the words you say. Nobody should have to go through what I did, especially not in my name. So don't use what happened to me as justification for using that treatment for anyone else. I am by no means the first that this has happened to, and I'm probably not going to be the last. But if there's one thing I could ask of you, it's to, on an individual level, try to make the internet a nicer place. But all of this you guys already know. I'm preaching to the choir. But I do want to thank you guys for being so extremely supportive, both during my hiatus and right now. And once again, I want to be clear that if you come to my defense using hateful language, especially if it's homophobic or racist or transphobic or misogynist in any way, I don't want you here. I want to make that clear. I don't approve of that behavior. If you see someone being hateful or dunking on making fun of me or whatever, just ignore it. I don't need fires being started in my name. I didn't wipe 1,700 times in the Omega Protocol for people to be hateful. All right. But yeah, if it's someone being a jerk, just ignore it. We don't need any more fights. Yeah. I also, the internet has made me so scared to say things, but I also want to note that I'm not trying to tout myself as some sort of bastion of morals or asking for a medal for doing what I feel is the bare minimum in a lot of cases. I'm aware of the biases that I have and the privileges I benefit from. I try to make up for them as best I can and try to actively listen in areas that I'm not an expert in. I'm also aware of mistakes I've made. I am human with a following on the internet. How could I ever be ignorant of that? I have no delusions that I'm anything close to oppressed in any way. I have it pretty good. I'm not trying to appeal or pander to anyone. I'm only acting on the things that I believe in based on the experiences I had and the loved ones whose opinions I value, who provide me perspective in life. that I am ignorant on. To quote Yaskier, the dandelion, I am an artist, and it's my job to put myself in other people's shoes. I try to keep this in mind in all of my work, which has only ever been work that I make out of passion and self-expression and because it brings me joy. Nothing more than that. Again, I'm sorry for causing or bringing so much trouble into a place that only should ever be an escape from the nonsense life throws at you. I often struggle in finding that balance between trying to be the change I want to see in the world and trying to be an entertaining distraction from the world. Sometimes I feel like I should just shut up and make with the content. But I am human. My greatest hope is that we can all just move on from this and go back to normal. I just want to make videos on the internet. And I've been saying thank you a lot, but the next thing I do want to say is a proper thank you, because in the time that I've been away, there's been a major development in my life. One that I wish to share with you all and thank you all for, but I don't know that it's right to do at this time because it's still an ongoing process. I'm being purposefully vague because I'm worried about coming across like I'm asking for any additional support or sympathy or anything like that. So for now, I'll just say thanks to you, I've been able to do something along the lines of a childhood dream of mine. And maybe I'll be able to share with you what that is once it's complete. But that being said, don't feel pressured like it means I need any additional support. Like, it's not urgent or anything like that. Trust me. But it is something that I'm proud of. And I hope you will be too once I do share the details. And whatever you think it is, I promise you, it's probably not that. It's something very good. Yeah. You'll hear about it someday, sooner than you may think, but someday. And if you do want to support me, just watching my content is enough. Thank you. Alright, I think that covers mostly everything I wanted to say. I'm sorry for starting things off with such a serious mood. But now we can get to the fun stuff. We've eaten our broccoli, our hypothetical broccoli, and now we can get to our dessert. So, one big thing that I had planned for a long time, in fact, it's been a year, was I wanted to do something that needed a lot of help and needed time. What's that? Who's that? Whoa. Whoa. And that is, I got a new model. Say hello to JoCat 2.0, the Bard. The Bard like I always should have been. A redesign that I'm very, very happy with. And some lip sync that's really good. Look at that. Ah, ba, 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 ba. And believe it or not, this is a 2D model. This is 2D. Like, you see this head turn? And I would like to thank two people for helping me with this. That I appreciate a lot. And those two people are Fume Hughes, wonderful artist, for coming up with the concept art for this design. She's a great artist. She is an alchemist, VTuber. She makes her own art and assets and stuff. She came up with this design. I drew the assets for this model, but she came up to, this is her brain baby. So, yeah. Here, I'll show you more of it. So, I don't know, hold on. Oh, wait! And also, more importantly, the rigger. Sherry. Sherry is the mastermind behind this amazing head turn. When I saw their, like, Starbound model, like, I think it's Starbound inspired. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. And just the way they do head turns, I was like, I need that a lot. So they did a fantastic job. But here, let me show you. Oh, let me show you the full model. I don't have a proper thing, so I'm just gonna have to come in front of the table. I'm sorry. Boop. Nope, that's not right. Where is it? Oh god, OBS, come on. Where is it? VTuber, there we go. Oop, oop, up. It wouldn't be a VTuber stream if there weren't some jank. But yes, thank you Fume, and thank you Sherry so much. Both of them stream, by the way. You should absolutely follow them. But yes, I have short shorts. It was only a matter of time. I mean, I did have short shorts in the previous model as well, but I did, I decided, I mean, it's about, everyone's doing it, right? Everyone's doing it. So, I mean, we gotta have the squish, right? So yes, this is the full model. I drew all the assets for this, and I'm already... Any artists in the chat understand this? Whenever you look at a piece that you made not too long ago and you're like, oh, I could have done that better. I want to go back and redo it. That's how I'm feeling. That's not the fault of Sherry, I want to be clear. They did a fantastic job, and it looks amazing and great. And look, watch this. I have arms. Look, I can wipe a drink. Look at this. Isn't that cool? And I can hold myself when it gets cold. And I can do this. Yes. That's for you, chat. That's for you. But yes, the rest of the model as well. What I really like is so one thing I worry about sometimes with any sort of art is over design. And sometimes I also love alternate costumes. So sometimes I want to get a little warmer in here, so I might take off my scarf. And maybe it's still a little too warm, so I'll take off my shoes. Oh shit. Yeah, so there's socks. There is paw prints on the bottom. Just trust me. Just trust me, bro. Let's see. Ooh, I can take off the sweater. I can, ooh, how much is he gonna take off, chat? How much more? I can take off, oh, the corset and the bag. Ooh, what else is, that's it. That's it. But, yeah, scandalous. But yeah, this is neat. Once again, Sherry did a fantastic job. Sometimes I just want to go casual, you know? Maybe I just want to go sleeves. The layers. Yeah, I'll put my shoes back on. It's getting hot in here, yeah. There we go. This is what I like to call the animation fit. I resort to this design whenever I need to animate because it's a lot simpler. Yeah. Isn't it good? No tail? I don't know. Should I have a tail? I worry, Sherry put so much work into this, I worry about bugging them about additions. Yet, yes, no. Maybe one day. I mean, people already call me a furry, might as well embrace it, right? Even though if furries looked at this, they'd be like, that's some weak shit. You call that furry? But where is Gabo? Oh, Gabo's right here. Here, there we go. Gabo's right there. There he is. He's been hanging out. He's fine. Yeah. Here, let me... I don't know if I have Gabo chat. Oh, geez. Sorry, don't pet the Gabo. Don't waste your cookies. I don't have the... Hold on. Oh, geez. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let me get BikuBot on. Uh-oh. There we go. So sorry. Oh, geez. People were wasting their cookies. There we are. Giving him juice, giving him pets. Oh my god. And Bo. My god, you guys, you're feeding him too many cookies. He's gonna get too fat. Hold on. Is Gabo... Is Gabo Speak working?
This is a test.
Okay, maybe. At some point, I will have to temporarily disable the Gabo Speak for the sake of a thing that I want to show you guys later, though. No petting JoCat? No, because I frantically... So here's what happened. Like yesterday, right? Because the universe hates me. My computer blue screened, which, whatever, your computer blue screens sometimes, but some of my files are just gone. Kaput. Just delete. They're not even in the recycling bin. They're just gone. Deleted
Hi, Joe.
from existence.
So good to have you back. Love you, X.
Good to be back.
Yay, Gobo is back. For thousands of years I have slumbered. It is time for the reckoning, Father. Big Chungus.
Big Chungus. Yes, Gabo, we will bring Big Chungus amongst the populace one day. But yeah, I did a system restore to a previous point, and I never got my files back, and one of them included VTube Studio and all of the folders and files in it. So you may notice this stream was a little bit later than I had planned. That's because I was frantically trying to reset up and re-lip sync and all that stuff, and change the parameters for VTube Studio and my iPhone just as I was starting the stream. Thankfully, there's not a lot of assets that were lost. One of the unfortunate, what's it called? The casualties, that's the word. One of the unfortunate casualties.
Hi, it's Shiny. I told you I'd make it, and I keep my promise.
Yeah. One of the unfortunate casualties was these assets that you see around me, the new tavern.
Happy to see you again, Mr. Joe. Greetings from Chile. Hemos vuelto gente.
Greetings, Chile. I don't know what that means. But, thank you for staying up so late. I don't know. By the way, how is Gabo's sound? Is he, good volume?
To be perfectly honest, that model is not furry. I say that being a furry myself. Okay, leaving Gobo alone.
Gabo is good. Touch loud? Okay. I'll bump him down just a little bit. Sounds
so proud
perfect.
of you,
Okay,
Joe.
never mind.
You are doing a great job. And don't worry, the scuff is always a fun part of stream. Woof woof.
Thank you. Yeah, so one of the casualties is this tavern was saved in a folder that I called my VTuber folder, and it was in the backgrounds folder, and it was gone. Thankfully, I have it stored away on a Google Drive, but I'm gonna have to remake a few things. But look at this, look at the new tavern. We call it the Sword and Board now. It's got a name. It's the Sword and Board. Thank you, fans on Blue Sky, for helping me come up with that name. But yes, this is where I will be serving from now on. It's nice and clean. And I've got drinks in the back. You may notice the drinks over there, as well as drinks on the shelf. Some of my favorite drinks. Those are for me, chat. Those are not for you. Hold on. The fan art.
What kind of drinks we serving here?
You may notice. Let's see.
Just to clarify, it means we are back, people. Also, nice new tavern.
Thank you. It's super clean. I'm very proud of it. And here's the secret. I'm terrible at backgrounds, but here's the secret. I use The Sims. I was like, I need a, like an interior design program. And I've been learning Blender. And I was like, oh man, I gotta make this whole tavern in 3D. I gotta make all the models and stuff. No, I don't. The Sims is right there, and it's free. Which would be great if I didn't already purchase it many years ago, as well as a bunch of expansions. Listen, it came in handy.
That wouldn't happen to be Quick Revive, Juggernog, Speed Cola, and Double Tap back there.
It most certainly
Welcome back
would.
and best of fortune to you, Joe. Sword and Board in honor of Sword and Board looking great in Wilds.
Thank you. Yes, it does look great. But yes, you never know when a zombie apocalypse is gonna happen, and you gotta come prepared. So we've got the Perca-Cola machines, Perca-Cola drinks there. We've got some Alto wine. We've got what is that? The Estus flask. We've got two of the gifts from I see SNS oils. No, that's more like armor skin. Although that is a Monster Hunter potion. That's like armor skin and I don't know, demon juice. I forget what it's called. But yes, ambrosia. Yeah, ambrosia. We got Nuka-Cola and my favorite fictional drink, Ramune, or it might as well be fictional because you can never find it in the U.S. But yeah, we've got lots of cool things on the menu. I'm not gonna read them all off, but there's a lot of stuff there. I'm very proud of this. Unfortunately, the only files that exist for it now are all on one layer, so if I ever want to adjust them, I'll have to redraw this whole thing, but at least for now, it'll be good. But you didn't just come here.
Give me all those energy drinks as a dual blade main JoCat flower.
Dual blade main. I thought I raised you better, Gabo, but I still love you, and I'll support you in what you want to do. I can't help but say I am disappointed. But such is parenting, you know?
I bet a certain witch taker would like to try the banana slammer.
Yes. But you didn't come here just for me to show off these assets. I am a content creator, and what is a content creator if there is not content? So welcome to the first and probably only JoCat Direct, where we're gonna talk about the things that we have going on today, in the next coming months, starting now. Oh, that's not it. Where is it? Here it is. The pilgrimage continues. So, Heart of Alinthi, some of you may have been invested in that series, that live play. And it's still going. I've been uploading it unlisted, but it will return to public uploads in case you prefer to watch it that way. And they will be returning weekly on... The notifications are in the way. August 21st. Hold on, let me move the chat. 1 second. Hold on. Chat, your love and kindness and support is getting in the way of the important stuff, the content. There we go. Let's put you up here. There's nothing important up there. But yes, August 21st. They'll be going live. Hey, Digi! It's good to see you too. Thanks for joining. Let me put the music back on. But yeah, don't worry. Heart of Alinthi is still going. Because of how far ahead it is in sessions, there won't be any additional live plays of it, as in live streamed on Twitch. But that's just because, like, there's so many episodes that have still yet to be uploaded, and edited down that, like, you're gonna be missing a lot of context, and I don't want to spoil stuff. So, could we be on the menu board, but no one's gonna be able to see your beautiful little parchment, your beautiful words. How far ahead is it? Oh, let's see. I think we're like session 32, 33 or something like that. And I think currently uploaded session 30. But yes, Heart of Alinthi will be returning. Now, what else is there? If you're not into live plays, I understand. That's not the only thing I got planned for you. Say you're into more of the virtual kind of tabletop. So then, Baldur's Gate. What happened to Act 3? I never finished Act 3. Well, I will be, though. I will be finishing Act 3. And it will be live streamed. Because I haven't really touched the game since. And it will be returning on the 26th. I'm going to be playing Baldur's Gate on Mondays. Mondays at an undetermined time. Yeah, that's also next week. 10 days. So, that's fun. Baldur's Gate. I'm looking forward to finishing it. It's been a little while. And, hey, since, on the bright side, since it's taken me so long to get to it, then, it means that I get to play the best version of the game that's been updated and stuff. I don't know why those words were difficult to come out of my mouth. Hi, Gaijin! How's it going? 8 months of cookies and bows and juice, yes, all stored up. You're gonna make him fat! Yeah, so that's Baldur's Gate. I'm looking forward to doing that again. But that's not all. A certain expansion came out recently of a certain fantasy game, Final Fantasy, and I've been saving it. I haven't played it yet, specifically because I was waiting to share the experience with you guys. You've all played it already, so now you get to live vicariously and see someone go through it again for the first time. So you're welcome for that. But when's that happening? August 23rd. It's going to be Friday. Next week Friday. So it's going to be Final Fantasy Fridays. I'm going to be playing them every Friday. Dawn Trail, going to the new world. Hoping to see my house there somewhere. And hoping to get that adorable corn minion that I've been seeing that Echo is in love with. But she's in Stormblood, so suck it, Echo. Catch up. Play more. Yes, the corn looks adorable. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Wook Lamont. Just what little we've seen of her in the Endwalker patch. I already love her, and I'm already seeing like, oh, I see where this character is going now. I see potential threads. I see potential character development seeds being
Echo
planted.
will remember that.
Echo will remember that. Yeah. She understands. She says things back at me. Don't tell her. Gabo, I need you. It was for a bit. Please don't tell her. But yes, Dawn Trail coming up. Very excited. Yeah. Let's see. What else is there? This list is so long I completely forgot what else is there. Balls? Oh yeah, that's right. I remember what this was for. Yeah, so let's see, where is it? Fuck. Tabletop stuff. Lots of new tabletop news and stuff going on. There's Pathfinder 2nd edition that I want to look through. I want to do more tabletop streams. Not necessarily live plays, but just going through stuff and looking through stuff. I want to look at the new D&D stuff. I hear it's very good and everyone's happy about all the changes that have happened with it. And there are no complaints whatsoever, and it's a perfect new edition. So I hear it's going to be printed soon in November. So I want to do that. I've never done like a look through of a D&D book with chat. And that could be fun just to evaluate it. I've also now there's a point in a man's life where he starts to realize and notice his age. It's not when he grows gray hairs. It's not when he starts to slow down. It's not even when his performance starts to, be wanting. It's when he gets into Warhammer, and I'm becoming an old man, and I love Warhammer now. I'm sorry. That probably means I'm too old now. So, yeah. So I definitely want to make content about Warhammer, both streams and also videos. I have one planned in the works that is not going to be happening soon. It's going to take a little while. It's a new format of video that I'm trying, that I might want to make my main content. It happened to me! Wag! Yes. In case you're wondering, my army is the Astra Militarum. I just like the little guys. I like the simple, normal dudes fighting against the galaxy, the horrors the galaxy has to face against us. Yumi gets! I'm a little Yumi!
I don't know much about Warhammer, but what was your first figure you painted?
My first figure I painted was actually at Gen Con, and it was a little Space Marine that was like pre-primed and pre-prepped for you to paint at a Games Workshop station. And I still have them. I might give them away or auction them away for like charity and stuff, but I remember one of the first things I did in my break was buy a box of intercessors, assault intercessors. And I'm not a big fan. I know they're supposedly better than the normal intercessors because they have better melee ability, but I don't know. I like two hands on the rifle, So I might give them away and or auction them for charity.
Green is best. Wog.
Green is best, yeah. So I'm pretty proud of them. I painted them, and they look pretty good. They're not the best, but
Let's go. Someone tag Bricky that we got another guardsman player.
Yes, I have been watching quite a bit of Bricky as well. And a lot of Warhammer content. I've been watching Pancreas No Work. I've been watching Rogue Hobbies. I've been watching a lot of painting channels and a lot of 3D printing as well, because they're expensive. Thank you to everyone who gifted them to me on my throne. I have a throne, by the way, if you want to buy me stuff. But yeah, I listed a few on my throne, and it's filled out my army fairly well. I'm pretty close to 2,000 already, which is nice. Streamer privilege. But I don't think there's anything really on my throne aside from Ramune right now, but I gotta update it sometime. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, I've gotten into 3D printing as well, just to save myself a few dollars. And also because there's just some really cool models out there. I'm not a big fan of Kriegers, how they look, but I found like some proxy Kriegers, like a 3D designed, very, very much aping the design of Kriegers. They're supposed to be Kriegers that I like a lot more. And what I like about them is they have boobs. And that's it. It's just Kriegers with boobs. Yeah. So... yeah, so far my army consists of a squad of Cadians, normal Cadians, a squad of Lady Kriegers, let's see, I got some, what do I got? I'm gonna go get my box. Where's my box? Ugh. I have, oh my gosh, what do I have? I have 3. Count them, 3 Lehman Russes. Actually, technically, one of them is a tank commander. I have a Rogel Dorn. I have 2 Bulgrins. No, 3 Bulgrins. What else do I have? I have some sort of commander, like a named character. She's like stepping on a rock. Apparently, she was from like 7th edition or something. Are they Station Forge Kriegsmen? Yes, I think they're called like Battle Sisters or Sisters of Kill or something. Yeah, Station Forge is fantastic. If you're looking for a good proxy for Warhammer figures for 3D printing, Station Forge has like one of my favorite designs. Sisters of Violence, yeah. Mommies of Fight, yeah. Not Sisters of Battle, no, that's an actual Warhammer thing. But yeah, let's see. That's pretty cool. Thank you everybody for whoever like contributed to any of those. And yes, the Final Fantasy tabletop is coming out, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays. In fact, I might play that sometime very soon. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Lots of tabletop stuff. I feel like I haven't really contributed that much despite being considered a tabletop content creator. Like, I know I made the crap guides, and I know I have some D&D live plays, but I don't know. I never really felt like I was a part of it, if that makes sense. But that's just a perception thing, maybe an insecurity thing. But yeah, Frosthaven, I've never heard of it. Crap Guide to Warhammer? No, I'm sorry. I'm going to be upfront and honest. The Crap Guide series is retired. Which actually reminds me, taking it all back to where it began. Yes. Yes. No. But it might be something that you guys still like. It might... It's a format I've never done. It might seem familiar, but we'll see. It's more like think of it like a reboot / rebranding. I will say if you like the crap guides, you might like them, but it might not be your cup of tea. It really depends. What about New Dragon Age? New Dragon Age does look cool. does look cool. I couldn't get into Inquisition. I couldn't get into Origins. Maybe this one will have combat that actually feels good. Oh, yeah. But also, that's all stuff you already know from me. What about some new stuff? New stuff. I haven't been idle. I've been away, but I've not been idle. And I've been dipping my toes into new things. And some of those things include a new website. Whoa! If you've been paying attention or checking, I designed a website. Almost 90%, just like this tavern. 90%, I think I mentioned this, 90% of the assets in it are completely original and by me. If they're not, there will be a comment that is mentioned. Let's see. Whoop. There we go. Here, let me show you. I'm gonna reload the page. Hoppa! Check out the new JoCat website. Don't mind this cutoff. It's because it's supposed to be for like not full screen. But yeah, look at that. I made this art. Now, if there's any sort of assets that are not by me, I will mention it, such as this cool new logo by Aisu Asai right here. Yeah, so if it's not by me, I will be sure to mention it. But look, there's so many clickable things. You can hover over them and they give you little tooltips and stuff. And if you like Warhammer, I don't know if I can say this website on stream, but that is where I will be painting Warhammer minis. All content is safe for work and family friendly, I promise. There is nothing untoward on that site. Yeah, like I promise you, just be careful when you go on there. Maybe still like be wary of the content that is on there, but I promise it is all just Warhammer minis. But yeah, you can hover over Ironside, you can hover over GamerSups, you can hover over Gabo, you can hover over other things. You can give me your money. I like getting your money. And there's a bunch of other stuff. If you'd like to contact me, you can send me a letter. Ah, shit. Well, whatever. You know, you see that email now. You can send me a thing, and you can look at a ref sheet. I need to put designed by Fume Hughes on here. But yeah, you can look at my ref sheet. You can download it. You can tag me, Joe Fart. Stands for Joe Fan Art. But there is but there. There's my stats. Here's a schedule. Stream schedule. Oh, I guess I put it down for 5 p.m. Yeah, there we go. I have a stream schedule. I will be updating this regularly. And if you don't know, you can always check here. Fan art. I keep all the fan art that is sent to me. Come on, load more. Yeah, all the fan art I like to keep. And I'm currently in the process of naming all of these after the artists that drew them. Notice there's some repeats because I like to put the artist name in the actual thing as well. And you can also see my art that I've made. Some of them a little bit more risky than others. I'm probably going to get rid of the blog because I was like, what if I had my own social media? I don't know that I'll stick with this. I'm in two minds about it. It's another thing to manage. But I posted this in May. Boobs. Shop is not working. It just brings you to the homepage. Yeah. But I do want to do more merch, and I'm very proud of this website. My legs are clipping through the table. I gotta fix that. But yeah, I'm very proud of it. I'm really proud of this art. I've been learning how to use Clip Studio Paint, and all of this is drawn in Clip Studio Paint, except for this chalkboard. I'm pretty sure the chalkboard is and these three little goobers were done in Paint Tool Sci. But yeah, that's if other people have cards, I have a website. So I'm very proud of that. Am I trying to say I'm better than others? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. That's a joke. I didn't mean that. Let's see, let me put my corset back on. There we go. I feel a little chubby. Gotta tighten the waist, the skinny little waist. There you go, put it all back on. What else? What else is new? Let me put the music back on. There we go. What else is new? 40k video. I mentioned that there's a 40k video in the works. It's gonna take a little while. I hope you guys are patient. So it's gonna be, it's not a crap guide. It's not a guide video. It's not a rundown. I think there's plenty of people who give you guides on the factions of 40k as it is. And maybe I might change my mind later about that. I changed my mind about the crap guides to Final Fantasy, you know, when I was like, oh, you could just watch Larizar, which, by the way, Larizar is back. Did you guys see that? Larizar is back. That's fun. He's been developing his game, but he's back to making content on 14. Hopefully we get to see that game soon. Not only 9, wishlisted on Steam. He came back to diss on Summoner, yeah. But yeah, I'm making a 40k video. It's gonna be a little while. What else? Gobbo Ventures. I want to make more Gobbo Ventures because this little guy deserves more. I had a whole plan. Mr. Demo! Hey, Mr. Demo VE, editor of Heart of Olinthi. Say hi, everybody. Give him your money. Commission him. He deserves it. Good editor. But yeah, more Gobbo Ventures. I wanted to make... I mean, the whole time, ever since Gobbo Ventures conception, I wanted to make it a regular series, but other priorities kept getting in the way. So at some point I want to dedicate like a few months to just getting a bunch of episodes and releasing it as like a series, as an entire season, and have them longer than just 1 minute and a half and then 30 seconds of credits. Game dev? Game dev? Yes, I've been working on some minor game dev in my time, not just game design either, not just making assets, which I have been doing for years. Me and Echo tried to do a little bit of a game jam. It didn't go well. It was daunting, but I did learn a few things. I learned how to use Blender, and I made a little guy. Let's see, do I have the game jam file that I can open? We wanted to make a sort of, what's it called? Shelter style game where you played a little creature, a little animal, and you would pick up berries and eat them and store them away from the winter and stuff. And I love Echo because she plays video games, she knows about them, but I'm like her window into more gaming culture, like the more hardcore gaming crowd. So we played Halo, and we played through the Halo series, and the one thing she loves about Halo is whenever you get into a scorpion tank, the Marines hop on the sides, and they look so cute when they do. They're like little guys. And that inspired Echo. She was like, I want to make a game where you're a big guy and there's little guys that latch onto you and you can take them along.
I crave violence. Please.
Not now, Gobbo. I'm telling, Daddy's telling chat about the game dev. That's adorable. And she was like, what if they're...
Joe, I can't believe you're going to make 40,000 new videos. That's a lot of new videos.
Yeah, I know. I'm at 200, so I'm like halfway there. But yeah, Echo gets inspired by the weirdest things. She reinvented prop hunt when we were playing Dark Souls. Like, because we got invaded a few times and I would use the White Branch in Dark Souls 3 to basically disguise myself and hide from the invader, and it was the most fun that we've had in the whole game. And she was like, what if there was a whole game like this? And I didn't want to tell her that there's already a game like that exists, so I heard her out, and she just came up with prop hunt, kind of just by herself. And we want to, maybe we make a game like that one day, but I don't know. The game jam was so daunting and harrowing. Let's see, maybe I could show you at least one of the assets that I made, because I can't find the actual file. Let's see.
All hail the Omnissiah.
I don't know. The flesh is what makes us human. Ah, here it is. Okay, here. So here is one of the 3D assets I made. It's kind of, I called it a yak, but I don't really know what it is, but I modeled this. I'm getting better at 3D modeling, so this was like my first go around. So pardon the low poly and kind of whack nature of it. I'm muting it because the song is copyright. It's Bee Gees, so I guess I'll just sing it to you. But yeah, I did a walk animation. Look, I did that. If you can't tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Oh, he's also got a big doofy googly eye as well. I'm very proud of this guy. I made this. Me. I made this. I textured him and everything. Yeah, you can see it's a very amateur model, because you can see where the middle cuts and you can see right into it. So, yeah, first attempt, not bad, I'd say, for a first attempt. The transparency's not working, and it's just lots of polygons here, but I'm proud of it, you know. And right now, I'm currently working on another model that I plan to turn into something that I can sell, like a proper model. In fact, it might tie into 40K as well. Maybe I can show it to you one day once it actually comes around to it. Oh, whoops! I shouldn't show DMs. Oops. So sorry, Will. I'm just messing it all up. What else is there? I'm also working with a proper programmer on something. I don't mean that to as a slight against Echo. I think she would agree that, you know, she's just starting out. She was the programmer, I was the artist. But someone with experience on something that I hope to show you something about soon. The only thing I will say is it is a stream game. That's what I'll say. I'm working on art assets for it, and yeah. When did you decide to come back and why? I decided to come back like a couple of months ago, just because, like, I don't know, like, if you're creative, you probably understand this, right? Not creating things, it feels like, you know, that gross feeling when you don't take a shower for a few days. And I missed sharing it, you know? I love sharing my work with the world. And of course, I'm not owed an audience or anyone to look at it. Like, I like creating just for its own sake. Like, there's lots of art that I make that will never see the light of day, and I'm okay with that, you know? Sometimes I just make it just to make it. But sometimes I want to share it with the world as well. And it brings joy to other people, and that brings joy to me. It doesn't have to. Sometimes I make something that nobody cares about, and that's fine too. But sometimes it's nice, you know? I never make anything for any other purpose other than to satisfy myself, and maybe to have fun with my friends. If someone else out in the world so happens to enjoy it too, then that is a good bonus. I just feel there is no harm in sharing something that I had passion for, so yeah. But in the background, I have been working with other people, which is why I've been able to do all these other things, is I've been working in the background with other clients, with other content creators, you know, editing things, making art for things, animating things. In fact, I have one that I want to show you guys that I made just for fun with some VTuber friends, for Fume, the person who, the VTuber who designed this, and another alchemist you may recognize.
Joe, pass me the fume.
No! No, 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 no!
Yeah, I made that, and just shared it with friends. Hold on, it's a little quiet. Let me, it's a little quiet. Let me up the volume. Let's see, filters, add, what do I add? Gain. There we go. Gain a little bit. Yeah, here it is again.
Joe, pass me the fume.
No! No, 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 no!
Yeah, if you don't know, that's Tiefling Melissa, a very famous slash infamous Tiefling alchemist who has very good wholesome thoughts and very good wholesome posts online. But if you are under 18, you maybe just be wary. Very good lady, good alchemist. Good job, Tiefling Melissa. Let's see, what else? What else is there? Yeah, I hope to share with you some of the game stuff, game dev stuff. That might be sooner rather than later. Maybe I could show you one preview. One little preview of what I've been doing on that front. I'm going to give no context. I'm just going to show you the art. It's concept art, by the way. It is subject to change, as always with most things. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Concept art that is subject to change, not indicative of the final product. Boop. Where is it? Boop. Can I please? Save image. There we go. Now you may have theories as to what it is, but just, you know, keep the expectations tempered. It's not gonna be like a dream game. It's a small 2-person project. This is an indie developer, and I have never developed a game. I mean, I've worked on game projects in college, but I would hesitate to call that development. But yes, here's a little preview. Just a little bit of a preview. I'm not going to give any context. Yeah. Look at these cute little goobers. Cute little goobers. And that's all you're getting. Because, yeah. It's going to be very exciting. Not a dating sim. I'm sorry. I know I disappoint. I disappoint every day. Every day I look in the mirror, I'm like, God, you're handsome. Why aren't you more handsome, though? And what else? I think there's one more thing on here. 3D modeling. Yeah, I showed you that. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to. So you're working on a 40K video. Have you talked to Bricky? No, but I know of Bricky, and Bricky knows of me. You know what's funny? The first time I learned about Bricky was because so many people said that I sound like him. Which is interesting. I don't hear it, but he does look like my brother. So there's that. Very cool guy. I can sort of hear it, maybe. Maybe if I really try to make an impression. Hey everyone, it's Bricky, currently in the shaky can, in the jar, as you shake him around. And today I'm here to tell you more about Warhammer. And my Sisters of Battle. I used the stratagem. If you don't know Bricky, he's a very cool lad. He makes videos about Warhammer. And video games in general as well. Like he reminds me of old school like game coverage. Not in the like media tour type deal, but just like talking about games. And if you were like an Xbox 360 kid, his content is going to resonate a lot with you. Because I think he was an Xbox 360 kid as well. So yeah, that's all the new stuff. Now, I do have to apologize that the countdown wasn't just for this stream. It was for a big video that I was working on that I thought I would get done at this point because, I don't know, I wanted to return with something for you guys. But it's not done yet. I'm sorry, not yet. Hopefully it'll be done by next week. It's a pretty hefty one. And I wanted to show it to you guys today. But no, I don't know. It'll be done when it's done. But it will be done before the month's end, I promise. But at the very least, I want to show you guys a preview of it. As thanks for your support and thanks for coming to this stream, I'm going to show you the first 10 minutes of this new video, of which I'm very, very proud of. It's still being worked on, but yeah, let's see it. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
I want to tell you a story about my first trip to Japan. So Echo and I always wanted to go. Her as someone who potentially wants to live there one day, and me as someone who always wanted to see what the culture was about. Though I had flown internationally before, this would be my first time in almost a decade since the last time I did. Combined with the fact that I am growing a developing hatred towards flying, I was prepared for 15 hours of dread. And it was dreadful. I'm someone who cannot sleep unless they're laying down, so the entire flight was just me adjusting and readjusting my position to try and get just a little bit of shut-eye, with zero luck. But thankfully, when it was finally over, I had a lot of fun to look forward to. Right after we get through customs, and grab our train cards, and Wi-Fi box, and cash, and drag our very heavy bags through the city to our Airbnb. The flight arrived at about 4 p.m., but we didn't make it to the place we were staying at until nearly 9. Most of the time we had spent waiting in line for our train cards, since there was only one terminal for basically everyone at the airport. This was because there was a chip shortage for the Suica cards that let you use the public transit in Tokyo, and the only ones available were the welcome Suica cards, which only lasted 28 days. But that was fine because that's about how long we were going to stay. After all that was done, we finally made it to our home base for the month, an apartment in Sumida City, and also by a very convenient Lawson, of which we would visit near daily whenever we would need a quick meal. Thank you, Lawson employees. You are our heroes. So, here we were, finally in Japan. We chose Tokyo because it's the most foreigner-friendly, a nice baby's first Japan location. Especially considering Echo is still learning the language, and I know little to none of that language. I can speak Thai though. แต่ว่าผมลืมภาษาไทยไปตั้งเยอะ แล้วก็พูดเหมือนฝรั่ง There's a lot of English translations around for signage, but most impressively, the public transit was so easy to understand that as far as getting around goes, we had basically no problems finding our way around the city. So, what did we do on our first day in this new foreign country to us, ripe with centuries of culture and dozens of fun new things to do? Against the recommendations of a good friend of ours, and basically everyone else who's ever been to Japan, we went to Kura Sushi. I'm sorry. In our defense, we don't have a Kura Sushi anywhere where we live in the US without having to fly to another state. And if we're gonna take in what Japan has to offer, why not their equivalent of a McDonald's, right? On top of that, it also had the benefit of allowing people to order food without having to talk to anybody, which is great for nervous foreigners with the language barrier who don't want to accidentally inconvenience anybody. Echo tried a lot of stuff. I mostly had the meat. Oh, and also, every 5 plates you get a chance to win a gachapon, of which I won on my first try. The rest of the day we planned on getting a few things from Daiso and Book-Off Plus in a sort of shopping district in Ueno. Or maybe Ueno is the shopping district? I don't know. But it was a really nice place. Just about every few feet there was a store that caught our eye. We even found a nice clothing store where I got this cute cozy sweater that looks like low-level RPG gear. And it helped keep me warm the entire trip. Speaking of which, I wish I could show you the absolute amazing fashion that was on display in some of these clothing stores. If it weren't for our budget, I would have personally gotten about a dozen outfits. Fun situation that happened while we were out. I was feeling thirsty at one point, so we stopped by a convenience store to grab something to drink. I found a can of lemon water that looked pretty refreshing, so we bought it. Found a nice spot to sit and refresh ourselves, and went about our way in more of the shopping district. But then I started to feel a bit woozy. Echo had a look over my drink, and it turns out it was alcoholic, and I hadn't even noticed. Now, being a little tipsy in public was not a big deal, but what was of note is that I had finally found an alcoholic drink that I liked. Some of you may remember I did a few drunk gaming streams in the past with my friends, and know that I usually can't even stomach a few sips, let alone the chugs I was taking for the stream. So this was a big deal to me. It may come as no surprise to people who remember those streams as well that I am a huge lightweight. So even this little drink with 5% alcohol content was giving me red flush and a warm, cozy feeling. The next day, we did a bit more aimless exploring just to get a bit more of our bearings around the immediate area, and somehow accidentally found ourselves at the Tokyo Skytree, of all places. It's not like it was all that far from our Airbnb, but it was still a pleasant surprise to land there without really meaning to. And inside was a lot of cool stores and food stands, but most importantly, and most dangerously, gachapon machines. They're literally all over Tokyo. In fact, on our way through some of the subway stations, we came across dozens. But here they were, stacks upon stacks of them, much to the dismay of our wallets. Luckily, we were able to hold some sense of impulse control, but from that point on, Echo devised a plan and began saving our 100 yen coins in a very special little pouch. Earlier that day, Echo also secretly got me a bunch of probably the biggest grapes I have ever seen in my life. See, we had decided to come to Japan in October because that would be the time when it'd be both grape season and persimmon season. Echo was interested in the latter fruits, whereas I don't like grapes, but I do love grape flavors. It's definitely one of my favorite fruit flavors. And in America, there's this one drink that I really like to get whenever we go to our local Asian market. Ramune. And they had a grape flavor that I love. I also love this candy that could be found in the same store called hiatus. And so, for a long time I wondered, a lot of Japanese grape flavored things sort of taste similar. Do grapes just taste different in Japan? So, this was my chance to finally see if I might like Japanese grapes more than American grapes.
I believe these are Concord grapes, is that what they're called? It's a different type of grape from the one that we have in America. Better than American grapes or about the same, neutral? Still not a fruit guy?
I'm sorry.
I will happily eat them. I'm excited.
Alas, I guess I just don't like grapes. The next couple of days, we decided to rest up and do some work in our apartment because, yay, being a YouTuber means you are never truly free. But that evening, we did go to what I personally consider to be one of my favorite places to go in that entire trip, a local yakitori izakaya, a bar that serves grilled meat on little bamboo skewers. The food was great. The drinks were great. I even found another alcoholic beverage that I enjoyed, so that was another win. But the thing I liked most about it was the manager, who was incredibly patient and accommodating to us from the instant we stepped in. It was probably pretty obvious to him that we were tourists, so even though we could not speak a word of each other's language, he was nice enough to gesture to us each part of the bar for us to understand the regular procedure. Use the hand sanitizer, pick a seat that leaves room for others, order a drink before you order food. But coolest of all, he would point to each item on the menu, which did not have an English translation, and taught us how to read and pronounce each item, including pointing to the display as to which one each item corresponded to. I don't know if this was just because we were foreigners or if it was just standard procedure there, but he would regularly check up on us to make sure everything was good on our end. And if that wasn't cool enough, at one point, Echo had decided to translate the menu for my convenience because unga bunga stupid American brain not knowing another language. But one day, we had come home from that restaurant and I had lost the menu, which really sucked. Echo put a lot of work into that thing. But then, when we returned to the yakitori place, it turns out the manager had found and kept Echo's translated menu and held onto it for us. This man single-handedly watered my crops, cleared my skin, and cured my depression. I love him. Another work day, so nothing interesting going on, but what was important was that today was Burnable Trash Day. If you're not familiar, Japan has a very specific method of how they do waste disposal, and it's your responsibility to categorize your trash. Sure, they have sanitation workers pick up the garbage like normal, but it's your job to make sure the right trash is stored correctly and in the right place. In America, we only really have trash and recyclables. That is, unless your local government decides to take the recycling bin away and make you drive all the way to the recycling center. But anyway, you usually just kind of throw everything in one place. Not so in Japan. To keep things simple, there are really two main umbrellas that all trash falls under in Japan: burnables and recyclables. Easy enough, just like the States. But with the recyclables, you have to separate them and store them a certain way for trash pickup, like bundling papers together, putting metal cans all in the same bag, cleaning out any reusable cups so there aren't any food bits left in it, and the like. It was a very different way of doing things than Echo and I were used to, so it took a bit of time to figure out, but once we did, it was kinda nice knowing that our trash was going to the right places.
And there you go. That's what I got so far. It's like I said, as you can tell, it's still got work to be done. But the full video's looking to be 50 minutes long. So yeah. It's closer to being finished than it seems though. You think, oh, he's only got 10 out of the 50 minutes. No, it's kind of spotty. But yeah, I've always wanted to make a sort of story time video like that. And you can tell a lot of corners were cut. You know, the little puppeteering figures bouncing around is one of the ways we try to keep the scope in mind, because we don't have a full team. It's mostly just me and Echo, and that's it. Occasionally we'll have another friend help out with a few things, but yeah. I'm very proud of this video, and I'm hoping to get it out for you guys soon. And yeah. And I think that's about it. I think that's about all I have for you guys.
So cozy. I've missed Joe so much.
Aw.
I want to hug him.
Aw. If I ever see any of you at a con or something, absolutely big hugs to be made all around. But yes, I want to thank you all again for the support and for sticking by me and for being here today, 7 months later. And yeah, it really means a lot. It's hard to remember sometimes, you know, that people enjoy my videos and watch my streams and comment. It's very easy to disconnect and just see the words on the screen as just numbers and disembodied, I don't know, ghosts. But whenever I see...
It is always good to see you, JoCat.
Likewise, Gabo. Whenever I see people recognize me. In fact, when I went to go play my first Warhammer game at my local game shop, someone there recognized me. And it makes it all worth it, you know, to know that you guys like my stuff. And yeah, I can never thank you enough. I only hope to repay you back in making more stuff that you like.
JoCat, more like Joe is based.
Thank you, Gabo. Not just videos, but animations, and you know, I have...
I'm gonna try this out one more time, but your D&D videos helped me gain enough courage to try DMing again. 4 years later, I'm running 2 concurrent campaigns in the same setting. I can't thank you enough. And I'm excited to see what the future holds.
I'm excited for you.
Love you, Joe. You make my day better whenever you upload.
Thank you. Yeah. But yes, this is not me saying that I'm quitting anytime soon, but YouTube was never my long-term plan. And it's more so just a place for me to develop skills and develop a portfolio for the things that I want to do in life as an artist. And really, YouTube is just the platform that it so happens to be, and Twitch so happens to be the platform it so happens to be on. And really, I look forward to using these platforms to share those things that I make. And I thank you for being along with me on that journey. Yeah. So I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get some food. Thank you guys again for joining me here. Spread love. Take care of yourselves. And you have a wonderful night. Thank you.